Hi, Hiram here. A couple of days ago I did a video on making a small pot from a nut can. With that video I got a couple of questions sent to me and suggestions that I thought I'd go over today. One of them was Bad Hat asked, one question, what kind of bottle is it that you store your fuel in? I assume it's methyl alcohol, and where do you get them? That'll be another video, I think, as to how I carry my fuel. But in this case, I would stick it in a small eyedropper bottle. This holds 1/2 ounce. For this kind of a small deal, that should be enough fuel to heat up, a cup of water for tea, coffee, hot chocolate. But that's what I would carry it in. Just find somebody that uses eye drops. And once you're emptied them out, you can just pull the top off, fill them with alcohol, and then put the top back on, and you got a nice little squeeze bottle. I would mark it somehow that it's got alcohol in it so that somebody doesn't try sticking it in their eye. But I think if they find it in a kit like this, they should be smart enough to know not to use that in their eye. Another question I got was from Rev John O'Toole. He said, why put the burner in plastic? In this case, I have a little fancy feast, the little cat stoves, one of the easiest stoves to make. And I always put them in plastic bags, any kind of an alcohol stove. If I'm putting it inside something that I'm going to eat out of or make water for eating, I always put the alcohol stoves in plastic bags. There'll be residue. The alcohol has been made poisonous. That's why they call it denatured alcohol. They've unnatured it, denatured it. They put poison in it so that you can't drink it. So that means if there's alcohol in this, residue, whatever, and you got it inside your pot, it could make you sick. So just to be on the safe side, I always wrap them up in plastic. Any alcohol stove that I put inside some food container. You have to excuse me, it's about 90 degrees here. TheLicewine suggested add a handle and you won't ever burn your fingers. Now in my case, I always carry gloves with me wherever I go out like that. I don't know, my delicate little ham hocks, I just like to wear gloves. Lifting rocks, climbing on rocks, any kind of stuff like that. They're good for that. I don't necessarily wear them all the time, but I do carry them. Now for something like this, it's plenty good enough. I can put it on the burner, take it off the burner. The leather gloves protect my hands long enough to be able to do that. Now if you didn't want to do that, an easy handle, and I've shown you this before, would be using carbon felt. Now you cut yourself a strip of carbon felt that goes around it, and you could just put it on like that. Now you saw how it slipped out there. If you wanted, what you could do with the carbon felt is get yourself a couple of ace bandage clips. These are the clips that you use on an ace bandage. Once you've wrapped yourself, you clip it onto the end of the ace bandage. So all you'd have to do with this is just loop the carbon felt over, take the ace bandage, pull on it, and then it locks it in place. Just like so. So then the carbon felt will stay on there. Now put the metal clips away from where you're, don't grab them by that. You will burn yourself. But put them to the other side and cut it a little short so that there's pot exposed here on the side. Just like so. That makes you a nice little cozy. It'll keep it, if you're out in the cold, it'll keep it warm in here, and it'll protect your fingers. You can put it right on the flame. The flames won't hurt this. Like I said, just don't reach for it like that, or you will burn yourself. Okay, let's see. I apologize if I don't say this right. Orud suggested there's a peanut can from Dollar Tree, Greenbriar Farms, roasted salted peanuts. That's these. I got this can at my local dollar store, just like Ron said. It makes a perfect fitting lid. Use your side cutter on the bottom. It fits snug and the plastic lid will hold on. So this wasn't bad. This is a, what is it? 5.3 ounces of roasted salted peanuts. Not the best peanuts I've ever had, but for $1, not bad. So I got a couple of cans of this. Dumped the peanuts out of the one can. Cut the bottom off with my side cutter. Now at first I thought he meant that it would go on like that, which it doesn't. Ron means it just goes on just like that, and it fits on there almost like it was cut off of this can. Let me move this. So that would make you a decent little lid. And the cover will fit over top of all of this. Just like so. So that's, if you go to the dollar store, it's Greenbriar Farms roasted and salted peanuts. Then also Ron had suggested, now it's a little tight in the plastic lid because it sticks up in there. Ron went on to say, I use aluminum tape for a handle so it can fold under the plastic lid when it's put away. Again, in my case, I would just use my gloves, but this is a good idea from what Ron's saying. You get yourself a piece of the aluminum tape. We use this stuff for making cozies out of that insulated plastic stuff. Cut off a little strip. There, you got it like so. Fold it in half. Now just let it touch where the crease is so that you still have two flaps hanging out there like that. And stick this on the lid. Sorry if my hands are getting in the way here. Just like that. So when you want to put it away, that'll fold down. Next time you want to use it, you just lift it back up and that'll fit on the can like that. So then you just push it down and you can put your lid back on. Cool. So there you go. That's another more suggestions on making a small pot from a nut can. I thank Bad Hat, Rev John O'Toole, TheLicewine, and Ron Orud for their questions and suggestions. I thank you for watching. I look forward to your input, questions, remarks, helpful suggestions. And as always, watch for my buddy Max. Bye now.